My soul does magnify Yah. My soul does magnify Yah. He is bread when I'm hungry, water when I'm thirsty. He saves my soul. Although I'm not worthy, my soul does magnify Yah. Say, my soul does magnify Yah. My soul, hallelujah, does magnify Yah. He is bread when I'm hungry, water when I'm thirsty. He saved my soul. Although I'm not worthy, my soul does magnify Yah. Hallelujah, family. My soul does magnify the Most High Yah. Yes, indeed. And I know y'all be wondering why I be singing the same old songs every time. Like I don't know any of them. Because that's what he put in my mind and heart and mind. And I don't question him. I learned that lesson. Well, I'm learning that lesson out every day. I can't say I learned it. Because I'm still hard-headed at times. And want to do my thing. When he be like, no, go left. I'd be like, Father, clearly the way is right. Clearly. Can't you see? And he'd be like, yeah, I can see, but can you? Praise the Most High today, family. Praise the highest today. I say hallelujah. I say hallelujah. Thank the Most High. Family, how many of y'all have experienced the goodness of the Most High? Well, I have. Consistently, I have. But today I just received a phone call that really helped me re-emphasize the fact that the Most High is with us in every little detail. And to be quite honest, this is not a small detail, as I meant to say. Every small and intricate detail of our lives. But I just received a phone call from the owner of the prosthetic company I was going to get my prosthetic liner, not prosthetic, but my AFO liner or insert made. And these guys really messed it up. And what they did, they sold me a insert I could have bought off the shelf at Walmart and tried to okie doke me. What had happened was, family, I went there. My doctor sent me there, my foot doctor, because of severe pain, because I had 3 toes amputated and my 3 main toes amputated. So I basically been walking on that part of my foot, them 2 final toes that's left. And I've shown pictures, I'll show it again. And it has become a ongoing callus. And it's very painful, and the doctor told me basically it's no need to keep shaving the callus off because it's basically I'm walking on bone. So as I said, I went to this company the doctor referred, and they're so popular in our city because they're amputees, doctors, and nurses. That's their selling point, amputees that serve amputees. But they didn't serve me, family. They did me a disservice by trying to pull the okie doke on me. I went in there, family, and took my my prescription, had a molding of my foot done so they can custom make the insert for my foot. And the doctor made note that he wanted a bar made into the insert that was going to raise, that was going to put a bar right before that tender spot so I wouldn't walk on that all the time. But family, when I the day I was supposed to go pick up the insert, they told me that it was they lost the molding, and that the insert, I would have to come back in and do another molding. I'm like, how is it that you're calling me on the day I'm supposed to pick up the insert and you're telling me that the molding was lost? Why are you just finding out that the molding was lost when I'm supposed to be coming to your office today at 2:30? And the lady that's at the front desk was very apologetic and very had great customer service skills, because at that time I started to just drop it all together and go somewhere else, because that was an indicator to me, family, that there was something going wrong. And I gave her the blues like I'm supposed to. It's not that I was upset with her. Like I said, she was very kind and heartfelt, apologetic towards the situation. But I still had to let the company know on the whole that they did me dirty. So family, she said they're gonna expedite the order. They're gonna send it to their Gastonia location to expedite it. I'm like, oh boy, why didn't they do that in the first place? But anyway, family, a week and a half later, she come calling me, telling me it's ready. Now, mind you, I already waited a month and a half on the first order to arrive. But family, to shorten up this story and testimony, pardon me, I went in and like I said in the beginning, the insert, they gave me 2 inserts, and that was their mistake, because he said there's some extra inserts in the box. And I looked in the box and saw that the right insert was identical to the left insert. And they hadn't worked the bar inside of the insert. I said, well, this isn't my order. He said, sure it is, it has your name on it. I'm like, no, it's not fit to order. In the prescription, the doctor said that there was supposed to be a bar going across this area right here, so my foot wouldn't be hitting this area. And this insert is totally flat. That's not custom made for my foot. So he took the insert to his workroom and put the bar on the bottom of the insert. So it was like this. Family. My foot. So it made it worse. In other words, so instead of my foot right here, the bar being here, and it would lift my foot up, and I wouldn't walk on this part, the bone. The bar was now under the insert and pushing up on my foot. And he was asking me how it felt. I said, it feels okay. But I was so mad, I wanted to cuss him, family. So I said, I'm a go. You know, I started rushing to get out of there like he was rushing to get me out of there. Cause he act like it was such a problem to complete the prescription that they took almost 2 months to complete in the first place, saying they lost it. So I tell all of that, family, because I called my doctor back and told him I wanted another prescription to take it to the place that I wanted to take it to in the first place. Where I first, after I first got my toes amputated, these are the people that came to the hospital and fitted me for AFO, a brace, and the insert. So he said, okay, I'll write you a prescription. You can take it anywhere you want. And I told him the story. So the owner of the company called me today and was very apologetic and was trying to figure out how they can make it right. And I was like, well, I don't know. I had already decided to go somewhere else, to the place that did the best job for my foot. And she was like, well, I totally understand, but you let me know. And I was telling her how the company, they had moved, and I didn't know where they had moved to. She was like, well, let me know, you figure out their name, and I'll help you find them. And I thought about that Cat Williams, that Cat Williams joke where he was like, white folks are good people. They so kind that even if you call them at night with the wrong number, they like, well, let me help you. Call me back if no, you had the wrong number. This is such and such and such a number. And if you can't find the right number, call me and we'll figure it out together. And that's how she was, very apologetic, because it's a strike against her name. And I said, well, praise the Most High. It didn't solve my issue today, but it was lining me up to get it resolved in the future. Because she was like, there's not a whole lot of companies, and I'm sure I can help you find them. Because I was like, well, I don't know. She was like, I know you had a bad taste in your mouth from our, she named the word mess up. And I would understand if you didn't want to deal with us, but I can definitely get another doctor to help you, or physician to help you. But I just wanted to put that out there, family. When we think that things are going against us and we're powerless against it, the Most High has all power. But we can't be afraid to open our mouths either. We have to open our mouths, because if not, they would have been like, well, we got another one. Or he would have been, we got another one. But just as the text we're been studying this last week, Revelations 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. See, family, it's all about opening our mouths and saying something. Because they used to tell us a shut mouth don't get fed. You gotta holler if you're hungry. Say something. And this is the same as if you have an issue or a problem. You gotta let people know, okay, I have a problem with this. So then they put into works to get our problem solved. Especially when it's gonna be a mark on their good name. But praise the Most High, family. We do have a grand idea we wanted to share today. Well, first, let me say I hope everyone is well. And like myself, you're able to get out and enjoy this day. Getting yourself in some fresh air, some sunshine, and the Most High willing, some good exercise. I thank the Most High for this day, family. I have really been encouraged by our Ox and Akotes in our comment section, identifying with this week's ideas, which is a testimony week. I had a new subscriber come through last week and was asking me where was the recordings where I did my testimony on. And I was like, I'm at a loss because I hadn't organized my recordings like I should have. And now we have so many that it would be such a work to try to go back and organize them. Pardon me. But yeah, I've been very encouraged by the testimonies I've received from sharing my testimony. And as the Most High also has been mixing in to these ideas, is that He has a plan. And He gave it to me today. And the idea today is called looking back to move forward. Looking back like I'm looking back in my rearview mirror, seeing them folks back there with them dogs, to move forward. And just as I look back just then, instantly I had the idea, do they have leashes on them dogs? And if not, that's a red flag, because they're in a park, and if they don't have leashes on their dog like a lot of folks do here in the Carolinas, well, in Charlotte anyway, they like to walk their dogs without a leash, saying they train. But that's all looking back would cause us to do. It caused us to tighten up. When you look back and say, okay, I missed the mark that time, but I bet you my bottom dollar I will not miss the mark this time, because that whooping was so severe that I'm going to get it right this time. I'm going to say no this time. Thank you, Pop. Just as he was reminding us also about studying our ox and Ocotes, and of course Yahushas, yes. The many times we saw the Most High's people telling him yes, and the results of it. See, we don't only learn from our mistakes and from our forefathers and ancestors' mistakes. We learn from their yeses, when they did say yes, when they were obedient, when they did follow the Most High all the way through and not partially. Boy, that's a big word right there. Following him all the way through and not partially. And what that means is consistency. Getting up every day with the same agenda. Yes, it changes here and there, but you're taking the same approach to every day. Okay, Pop, what's up? Which way you want to go? I'm with you. Or like we said in the prior recording, I'm with him. But let's jump into this idea. We have a little reading to do. And once again, I started to go into the testimony about them different surgeries we had, causing me to have, you see that zipper there? Well, it's a double zipper now. Causing me to have 2 open heart surgeries here in the last 7, 8, 9 years. And as I mentioned before, I had 3 toes amputated, and all that came about through me having a major stroke one night. And we'll tell it. I was I went to bed and got up and had to use the restroom. And I was on the way to the restroom, family, and I reached. We had the door closed because I think it was summertime. We had the air running. Or it may have been winter, we had the heat running. It don't really matter. My wife knows for sure. But I reached for the door to go out my bedroom, and my left foot gave away. So as I was reaching, I spun around and fell and hit my head on the door, which that's what woke my wife up, thank the Most High, because she's a heavy, hard sleeper, when she was, and she jumped up and went straight into nurse's mode. But let's back up. The Most High told me 2 months, well, a month and 3 weeks before that I was about to go through something that was really going to shake my faith. But no matter what I saw, not to take my eyes off him, because he'll never leave me or forsake me. Then he said, now go warn your wife. So family, I told her that for the next week and next month and 3 weeks. Just out of the blue all the time. Sometimes every day, sometimes every other day, and then it had gotten to be every few days. But it was a consistent reminder that something was about to happen. That we need to be on our P's and Q's and stick to our word. So this happened, and I believe she automatically jumped into action because of that warning. Which, like I said, I fell out. And she jumped into action, called the ambulance for them to come and get us. And they came, and what happened, family, they sent the firemen came first. And praise the Most High they did, because the two individuals they sent before in the ambulance wouldn't have been able to get me down the stairs. Matter of fact, those guys had to get me down the stairs on a tarp. And as soon as they got me downstairs, the ambulance was backing up into the driveway of the apartment. So they loaded me up and got me downtown, lickety split fast. And when we got there, family, there was on call a doctor, called Dr. Kingston. And her name was spelled exactly like where I was born here in Carolina, Kingston, North Carolina. And she is a stroke specialist. And when I got in, she knew exactly what I needed, what was needed to happen in the next few minutes. And she got me right into surgery, and on call, everybody was on call that was needed. Like there was a heart doctor on call, the best in the business. So the Most High had already had everything orchestrated to her. Everything I needed was right there on call waiting on me. And of course they told me the story, if I hadn't arrived such a time or any time later, I should have been dead already, but if I hadn't, it would have been much worse. So with all that said, family, I had to go through a brain surgery to remove a blood clot. No, it was on this side. They went up through my left thigh, on through my heart, and all the way up through into my brain, and squirted and sucked out the blood clot. And shortly after that, they figured that something was wrong with my heart. So they had to do an open heart surgery to replace the heart valve. And in the back of my mind, family, I believe they damaged my heart valve when they went through my heart and to get the blood clot out my brain. But anywho, they got the heart surgery done, and they figured, well, there's something still wrong. And they figured out that I had blood clots in my leg. So they had to do 3 major surgeries on my leg, trying to fish out them blood clots, which the 2 surgeries were not a success. The last one, which took like 6, 7, 8 hours, I want to say 9 hours, but my wife would know better than I would. But it took a whole lot of time because the doctor was really trying to get all the blood clots out. And because of that blood flow restriction to my foot, they had to amputate 3 toes, which that took 2 surgeries, because they did the initial amputation, but there was a bone poking out of my foot, and the doctor said we need to go back in and shave that bone down because the skin wouldn't overlap over it correctly, it wouldn't heal correctly. But family, I went through all of that, and I'm still here to tell about it. And one of the most important parts of that testimony is that the Most High warned me of what was going to happen. He didn't say, now, Robert, you about to have a stroke on this such a night, but I'm going to get you to the hospital on time. You're going to have an open heart surgery, a brain procedure, or brain surgery. You're going to have 3 toes amputated. No, he didn't tell me all that then. He said it was going to really shake your belief. But no matter what I saw, don't take my eyes off him. And what does not take my eyes off him mean, family? Of what he says, his word. So here in June, family, the Most High blessed me, got me back on my feet. I started my own company, assembling furniture, doing quite well, really establishing myself, and had somewhat of a good base clientele. And I say that very carefully, because assembling furniture is not something that people need doing every day. But it's quite often enough that, when they need you, they'll call you. Or they'll refer you to someone else. But I was on a job one day, family, and I was totally exhausted and shouldn't have been working, but I was trying to make it right by the fella that I was working for. And I worked like that pretty much all my life, but this time was different. For one, it started raining on me, and I had such an issue trying to put this item together. It was an outside patio set, one of them real up high class ones with a made umbrella over the top. That thing just didn't want to go together correctly. And evidently during that time I injured my elbow, and it caused an infection within my body. And that infection went straight to my heart valve. And I went to the hospital. They was like, you have an infection in your elbow, and it's caused, that infection went straight to your heart valve. Because it's a foreign object in your body, so infection always goes there first. So they had to replace that. And in the process, they was looking over, I started feeling pain in my shoulder. The pain from my elbow was moving up into my shoulder and over my collarbone. And they was like, well, we need to do some tests to see if this infection is moving into other parts of your body. I was like, I don't know about that, but I know it's hurting. So they did a probe, stuck a needle down into my shoulder to extract blood so they can see if that infection was moving or whatever it was. This was still in the initial stages of them trying to figure out what kind of infection it was and what was going on with it. So when they did that, they injured my shoulder, stuck a needle in the wrong place. He really had the wrong size needle. And we're not gonna get into all that. Once again, the Most High has a plan. But yeah, I had to have another open heart surgery, and the Most High got us through it. But it takes looking back to go forward, family. But that's just part of our testimony, and the Most High working it out, working his plan out by allowing us to go through these hard trials. But let's put some script on it. And see, the whole idea, family, is not us going back, but us going forward. But in order for us to go forward, we have to look back and see how we was tried, how our faith was tried. Just like this physician tried me with these old okey-doke inserts. You know, I'm not falling for that no more. See, for one, I'm paying them. And two, they have a reputation. So you need to give me that same service that you've been giving everybody else. Don't switch up because I'm a Hebrew or Israelite, however you want to look at it. But let's look at Romans 7:18-25. Now this was speaking on the prior recording where we was talking about sexual lust. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, nothing good dwells. For to will is present with me, but how to perform what is good I do not find. So he's saying he's willing to do what's right, but it's hard to perform it. For the good that I will to do or desire to do, I don't do it. But the evil I will not to do, that I practice. Just as we said, those things that I want to do that is good, that I have the desire to do, I don't do it. But I do the evil that I don't want to do. Now, if I do what I will not to do, it is no longer I who do it, but sin that dwells in me. I find then a law that evil is present with me, the one who wills to do good. So he's saying the evil desires and temptations are with us all, basically. That is with us all, I should say. It's trying to overpower the good that I know I should be doing, which is spelled out in the law. For I delight in the law of the Most High according to the inward man. But the laws are done away with, right, Robert? No, it's the indicator that you're wrong. It's the gauge that keeps us faithful, that keeps us set apart. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. That desire to look again when you see that beautiful woman walking by, and you know better, you know, you be like, praise the Most High, and keep moving, look the other way. O wretched man am I, who would deliver me from this body of death? I thank the Most High through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Adonai. I thank the Most High through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Adonai. And that's the answer. That's the answer, period. Well, he's the answer. So then, with the mind, let me go back. Thank you, Pop. See, the text says that the Most High's word, Yahushua himself, is living. It's active. Going to the dividing of the Ruach and the soul, it's getting down into the parts and cuts off them thoughts and temptations, which is gonna tell you to go on over there and holler, or go on and take that candy. Ain't nobody looking. Go on and take that cake. Ain't nobody looking. Go on and do what you know you shouldn't be doing, which is already in the laws that say don't kill, don't steal, don't covet, don't be fornicating and adulterer. So this is part of us looking back, family. We look first at the answer. It's Yahushua HaMashiach. And knowing that he is that active and alive word in us, that's instant. That's instant. Every time coming alongside to help. Saying, no, Robert, don't do that. Keep looking forward. And this is the good news. This is our answer for today, family. As Revelations 12 and 11 says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Hallelujah. By Yahushua's sacrifice for us and his great example. See, whenever we have a situation that arrives that's telling us to go contrary to what the Most High's word told us already to do, we have to do what the text says, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our belief. He already walked this thing out, family. He did it perfectly. The text says no sin was found in him. But here's the answer right here also, family. John 1 and 12. But as many as receive him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on his name. Now, why would they add the ones that believe on his name? Because it's all about Yahushua and the path that he struck for us all to follow. And see, it also gives us another key. But as many as receive him. Oh boy. Family, that means obedience. You don't open your door to somebody that you don't submit to, because you're inviting them to come in and they can do pretty much anything they want to do to you. But you're not, at the same time, you're not going to open your door to anybody that's planning to hurt you. You already know them. They already proved themselves to you to even show up at your door in the first place. They don't show up and you be like, how you get my address? Who you? No. But I like that. He gave us power to become his sons and daughters. And the text says that Yahushua was the firstborn of many brothers and sisters. So I consider myself one. So in considering myself one, I'm going to act like it, right? Uh-oh. So this idea ain't for everybody today, huh? Because a lot of people looking back to go and indulge a little more. When the same situation or the same people, places, and things arrive, we're like, okay, I'm going back and party a little more. Here come old partying, that old partying boy gal. And I'm going to get me another dip or another taste. Oh, boy. And that'll be the one to take us out. Looking back to move forward. See, family, we had planned to go in another direction. We had so many, well, we had such a great idea of the moving forward part. But I was so excited today as far as hearing from that lady. And it's not like my problem was solved, but it was just a point that somebody cared about my problem. And more than anything else, their name is on the line, so they have to care. But she did sound sincere, that owner. She sounded sincere. When I say praise the Most High, the whole point is the Most High is sincere. The Most High has a plan. He has a plan for every intricate detail of our lives. He wants to see us happy and smiling and telling the world about it. See, that's how he gets his glory, family. It's a word of mouth thing. That's how he get and keep his customers. other folks telling on him, like I told him, I said, Pop, you get me through this, I'm going to tell on you like I used to snitch on my brothers and sisters. And that's why I'm up here now. Every chance I get, saying the Most High is able if you're willing. You don't have to worry about him being willing. He's always willing and he's able to do what the text says, exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask or think. Why, family? Because he's put them desires in us. When we submit to him, we're turning over our desires, our wants, over to him. That's why the text says, come back, you can ask for whatever you will, and it will be given to you. And then he gives you the desires of your heart. No, he's not giving you the desires of your heart, and you haven't turned over your heart over unto him, so he can give you the idea or give you the agenda for your life. We're gonna go, family. That's our time. Like I said in the beginning, we do appreciate all our subscribers, those that reach out, tune in and reach out, and those that have supported this channel with your finances. It means a lot and we appreciate it. We try not to ask for anything because we know the Most High is our source. But as the Most High would tell me, from time to time, we need to put out the Cash App so people, those that do want to sow into us or support this channel, they're able to do so. But family, as we started off, the Most High has a plan. But he needs us to look back every now and again, not looking back to the point where it's messing up our going forward. Just like looking back in this rearview mirror, I check my mirrors all the time. And that just comes from when I was out there on them streets. It paid to know what was coming and going in every direction. But thank the Most High, it was a good habit I picked up. But keep in mind to peek back every now and again. I heard somebody say, I don't look back in no rearview mirrors. Okay, that's fine. That's your approach. I'm sure you look at it in a different way, a different light. But you definitely need to know where you're coming from in order to move forward. And to know the mistakes that you have made, or not even the mistakes you made, but how people have came at you. Or more importantly, how Hasatan has came at you. Hey, buddy. A little Robin done posted up here on the fence. But family, we love you and appreciate you. Do stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.